The next fighter we're going to rank on Boxing Bros is none other than Showtime, Shawn Porter. And Trill's going to go last on this one. We're going to start this one off with our lead man, our hit man, the one and only, Ned, the cameraman. Ned, what do you rate Shawn Porter's power?
Yeah, I rate his power at 83, man. I don't know if that's too low for you guys, but it's like he's not known
Not low at all.
Trill's filling up.
He's not really known for his power. He's like he's known for his hand speed is where it's at, but his power is not really it. So I give him 83.
All right, so you gave him an 83?
Yeah.
All right, G, what do you give Shawn Porter's power?
I gave him an 85. He got pop, but he's more known for his aggressiveness. And when you think about it, the only two people he knocked out was Berto and Paulie, and both of them were already on their way out. So,
hey man, he headbutted Berto out. Yeah.
Like Shawn Porter's not necessarily like known for his power. It's just more his aggressiveness and him swarming all over you. So 85.
All right. Share the screen real quick. All right. What I gave Shawn Porter for his power is an impressive 84. I think Shawn Porter is that fighter we talk about. He doesn't have devastating one-punch knockout power. He hits hard enough to keep you honest. And as long as Shawn Porter can laying a solid punch, you're gonna feel it, and you're not gonna want to get hit by it. But you're not really worried about getting knocked out by Shawn Porter. So I gave him 84. Trill, dollar bill. What do you rate Shawn Porter's power?
Shawn Porter's ring entrance should be head, shoulders, knees and toes, head, because that's what he be using in the fight. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. One of the best running backs in the division. Let me start messing with Shawn Porter because he got friends in high places. You know what I'm saying? I say this to say this because I see him get the nod 3 times when he should have lost. Against Ugas, exactly. Danny, and against Granados. So let me mind my tongue. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him an 85 on power. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Shawn, he uses a lot of punches and a lot of force, and he uses a lot of head butts and stuff. So I'm counting all that. I'm giving him an 85.
All that's included in the power.
All that. I done seen him take fighters out with a headbutt. It's Andre Berto.
It's the power
Devin
within the
Alexander. People forget about Devin Alexander.
That's true, yeah.
Right. That's a total of 84 for the power. Yeah, he did. He did, man. All right, speed. Shawn Porter, Ned.
I gave him a 94. When he gets thrown his hands, he really he gets aggressive. He chases you down, and when he really gets his hands on you, he lets it loose. So I'll give him.
All right, what did you give Manny Pacquiao for hand speed? I'm just curious.
97.
All right. 94 for speed. G, what did you give Shawn Porter for speed?
Yeah, for speed, I gave him a 92. And like Pacquiao, he's at a height and a reach disadvantage. And yet he still be lighting dudes up with shots from all angles. So, he's pretty fast. And so 92.
All right. Guess it's on me. I gave him a 92, and probably the first time I ever agreed with a G score. But I do believe that he's fast and he has good hand speed. His hand speed solid. Once again, you never seen Shawn Porter in a fight and you were like, man, he's looking slow. So I think his hand speed is a 92. All right. Do I even ask? Trill, what do you rate Shawn Porter's hand?
Nah. I give his hand speed a 90. I agree with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Shawn lets his hands go wildly.
You said wildly?
Yeah.
Trill, I'm starting to get a vibe, man.
Nah, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Shawn, he does his thing, you know.
All right, Ned, stamina For
Stamina. All right. Shawn Porter, I give his stamina a 93. He's durable. He's a very durable fighter. He's known he could go to all 12 rounds. Even in when he took that shot from Spence, it dropped him to his knee, but he was able to still go 12 rounds and fight back. All right, so I give him like a 93 for his stamina.
G?
Yeah, I gave him for stamina. I gave him a 90. So even if he does slow down, and it's rare that he does, like he probably takes like half a round off, and then after that he's back on his Emmitt Smith and running back style. He's all over you. He's going for that tackle. Yeah.
Back style. All right, my score for Shawn Porter's stamina is 100. Man, Shawn Porter implements that running back style for the entire fight. He takes hellacious shots for the entire fight. He gets his head rocked. He's in your face. He's moving. He's running into you. He's headbutting you. He's 20 rounds of pressure. 20 rounds of in your face. 20 rounds. 12 rounds. 12 rounds of cutting off the ring. This dude, Shawn Porter, is relentless in that ring. And even when he gets dropped, he get right back up and back in your face. So Shawn Porter, for me, his stamina is 100.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. I gave him a 95 on stamina. He's like the little engine that could. You know what I'm saying? He just keep coming. You know what I'm saying? You gotta definitely hit Shawn with a couple of the sink, the car.
You gotta drop a building on him.
You know what I'm saying? To stop Shawn. So yeah, his stamina, I give him a 95.
All right, so overall 95 for stamina. And Ned, chin, Shawn Porter, what do you got?
All right, man, you gotta give that man credit for his chin. You know, when a man who leads with his forehead has all the faith in his chin that it will go through anything. So I gotta give his chin 100 because Shawn gotta give his chin 100 because that boy know how to lead with his head. He lead like you remember Roy Williams from the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, how he used to lead. Roy got that from Shawn Porter. Roy got that. Learn how to play football from Shawn Porter.
Yeah, you gave him 100 for chin.
Okay. I would give him more because I would give him like 100, like 100 plus, but you know.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
All right, G.
All right. Yo, for chin, I gave him a 90. What? Yo, listen. Let me explain. I've seen him take some great shots. He's durable. However, I did see him get rocked by Spence in the 11th round. And remember, AB dropped him in the 12th, so I have to deduct points, so yeah, 90 for chin.
All right.
You better hope you never run into Porter's head one day, yo. You better
listen. I would dap him up like, yo, you the man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Showtime was good. You know what I mean?
Personal, you gotta be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you want me to just say 100 because you said 100? Like, I'm not doing that.
Nah, I'll just play.
I gave him a 94 for chin. I docked points, but if you look at the times he was dropped, it was a single shot. It was a single shot from AB, and it was a single shot from Earl Spence. So you look at it, all the fights he's had, he's been in there with great competition, good punches, and he's been dropped twice. So, and like Ned said, he comes in there, rushing in there. He's taking shots. His head's getting flown back. He took some great shots from Danny Garcia. I mean, you go down, but you don't stay down. It's very difficult to go through your entire career without ever touching the canvas. But I think his chin is pretty solid. I docked him a few points for the knockdowns, but overall, I think he has a good chin, a great chin, actually. So, Trill, chin.
I hear everything y'all saying. Real cute. I gave him an 85.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not just taking points away from AB dropping him with that left hook. You know what I'm saying? Or from, Earl catching him. You know what I'm saying? I'm deducting him from when I seen you guys hurt him. From when I seen Granados hurt him. When I see Special K hurt him. You know what I'm saying? He's been hurt and his legs buckled in those fights also. He didn't went down, but his chin was cracked, and him rushing in like that don't help it. I gave him an 85.
You know what's funny though, yo, Trill, to add on to that, I remember that Ugas fight, and I was like, Porter is acting mighty Thurman-ish in that fight, because every time he got caught by Ugas, he started lapping around just like Keith Thurman. It was kind of crazy. So I'm rocking with you with that. See, I was gonna put a flag on my own score, but because yours is lower, I'm gonna keep my score there. So it works
It
out.
came out to 92. So all right. So Ned, Footwork.
I gave him a 90 for footwork. You know, Porter, you never catch him. You never see him like really like he's always coming after you. Well, I didn't see the Ugas fight, so I can't really speak much on that. But he's always coming after you. You never see him like backing down. But I guess he's just somebody you gotta always move away from, and he's always coming after. I give Showtime 90.
All right, G.
I agree with Ned. I also got him at a 90. You can say what you want about his boxing style, but his victories are attributed mainly to his athletic footwork. You know, like Porter, again, he swarms you, you know, and so by doing so, he takes away his opponent's major advantage, and that's usually their reach. Porter's like a shorter welterweight. He's like, what, like 5'7" or something? So he's always at a height disadvantage in that ring, but that footwork gets him in there to put in work with multiple shots, head, body, everything. So, yeah, 90 for footwork.
All right, for me and Footwork, I gave Shawn Porter a 94. I believe he has really good footwork. The way he changes angles, the way he gets down on his punches, the way he rushes people and clouds their space. One knock I have against Porter is he smothers his own work, but that's something that he has to deal with himself. And I don't know if there's some strategic reason why he does it, but he does tend to smother his own work. But to me, Porter puts himself in the positions he wants to be in the ring. And against Earl Spence, to me, it was evident that Shawn Porter had the better footwork. So for footwork, I gave him 94. Trill?
Yeah, listen, I agree with everything that y'all said, but I scored him a little bit higher. I gave him a 95. He's an elite level running back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, his feet work is, listen, I'll be hating. And that's something that I don't do. I always keep it real. That's why they call me Trill, because I'm 3 times real. So I give him a 95. You know what I'm saying? He got great feet work.
Average 92. Hart, Shawn Porter. Ned, what do you give him?
I'll give that boy a 99 for Hart, man. Oh, 100. I give him 100 because that boy, he gets in the ring.
Man, you're just so random with your scores, bro. What is
it was 100, but it's 100. I give him 100. The boy gets in the ring with anybody. He's not scared of nobody. And he proved that in his last fight when he stepped in there with the truth.
All right. G.
Yeah, I gave him a 98. You know, yeah, Porter's resume is stacked. You know, he fought like 8 champions and 2 top contenders, the 2 top contenders, Garcia and Ugas. You know, and so like I remember to piggyback off of this what Spence said earlier in that podcast earlier this week. He shot it when he was talking about Floyd. He shot it out Porter, and he said that Porter is focused. Like you're not gonna mentally break Porter at all in the ring, and so you know that goes towards his killer instinct. You know he's like a pit bull in that ring, but where I had to dock him is his performance against Ugas. That was the first time I've seen Porter actually go from a running back to a runner, you know, and so Ugas was putting in that work on Porter, and he just started circling around that ring. So I had to deduct some points, but not that much points. But I gave him a 98 because of that Ugas performance.
All right, I guess it's on your boy. So Ned said 100. G said 98. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say 100. Shawn Porter stepped in the ring with Devin Alexander. He stepped in the ring with Kell Brook. He stepped in the ring with Danny Garcia. He stepped in the ring with Keith Thurman, and he stepped in the ring with Earl Spence. I just named top guys. When he stepped in the ring with Devin Alexander was a top guy at the time. So Keith Thurman has heart. Shawn Porter has heart. Shawn Porter isn't the guy to duck anyone. In fact, when people are talking about PBC fighters who don't want to step in the ring with Terrence Crawford, they're not mentioning Shawn Porter. In fact, he's the exception to the rule. Everyone's like, we know Shawn Porter would do it. So they're talking about everyone else, but everyone's like, everyone except Shawn Porter, because Shawn Porter has stepped in the ring with everyone. So Shawn Porter's heart with me is a 100. Trill dollar bill.
Yeah, I agree. That's something I can't take away from Shawn Porter. He's a horrible dresser. I hate his suits. But, you know what I'm saying? But he has 100% heart. He's a warrior in there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he every time he gets knocked down, he gets back up. You know what I'm saying? I hate the way
you can't give Shawn Porter just a good score and let it run.
You gotta find a way to sprinkle in some hate, you know? Yo, but hold on, I got a funny story though that kind of goes into Porter's heart, right? I remember Wilder was on that PBC show on Fox, right? And you know, Porter's calling him big bro, all of that stuff. But then one of the commentators asked Wilder, "Who you got against between Earl Spence and Shawn Porter?" Right? And then Wilder, without hesitation, was like, "Earl Spence." Yo, they showed Porter's face on the screen, looked so salty. I was dying. Like, if any time this dude's heart was broken, that was that time. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I was like, damn, he just called him big bro like mad times. And Wilder, without hesitation, was like, yeah, Earl Spence got that one. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, man, Wilder, why you do your man's greasy? You know? But I didn't factor that into my score, people. So don't be hitting me on the comments like, how dare you with that 98? You know?
Well, they average out to 100 anyway. So, boxing IQ, that's the last category. Ned, what do you give Shawn Porter for boxing?
I give him 92 for boxing IQ.
All right.
You want to explain?
I guess that's it.
Oh, the reason why, you know, you never catch him making like, even though he as an aggressive fighter, he doesn't make like really stupid decisions where it costs him the fight, or it gives him messes him up in the fight basically. So yeah, that's why I give him 92. So, or if he does get caught, he's still back in it, and he's not ever out of his game. I never seen a fighter put him out of his game, unlike G.
All right, G.
Yeah, for boxing IQ, I gave him a 90. You know, he has good head movement, and even if he's like throwing, or like even if he's like not like throwing or landing a shot, he knows where to position himself to sway judges. And I've heard him talk about it on 2 occasions, which, you know, you got to factor that in also into IQ. And he always remains the aggressor throughout a fight, right? And he, like, to me, because he's so aggressive, right, he's taking away from fighters. So a lot of the fighters' skill sets, they can't really show off against Porter because he's just smothering you, you know. And also, contrary to popular belief, it's not like he uses the running back style on every fight, right? Because when you see him fight against Ugas and Danny Garcia, you know, both of those guys are excellent counter fighters, right? And so you didn't see him go all reckless and running back style against those two. I think he knows who to play with. And so because of that, I gave him a 90 for IQ.
All right. I guess it's on me. So Ned, 92, G, 90. I gave him an 88. So the reason why I gave him an 88 is I expressed one reason earlier. To me, he smothers his work. And I feel like when you smother your work, you're preventing yourself from landing your shots with the most force that you can potentially land your shots with. In addition to that, you're putting yourself in harm's way. Also, I feel like he has moments where he has lapse of concentration. For example, I believe that's how Adrian Broner was able to put him on the floor, and I believe that's how Earl Spence put him on the floor. I believe someone like that is Amir Khan. Well, you see Amir Khan could be winning a lot of rounds, but then he forgets the game plan. He has a lapse in judgment, and then he exchanges it, and bang. It's like, dude, how many times do you need to get knocked out before you realize it's probably not in your best interest to exchange? But in Shawn Porter's case, I believe he wins most of his fights off of athleticism, heart, and to me, that's how he wins his fights. I'm not saying he doesn't have boxing IQ. 88 to me is a great score. It's someone who is very knowledgeable in the sport of boxing. But to me, when he was in the ring with Earl Spence had the higher boxing IQ in that ring. And that's how he won. I think Danny schooled him in terms of boxing when he was in the ring. Kell Brook gave him a boxing lesson as well. So that's the thing. And when you compare his boxing IQ to his contemporaries, I believe a lot of them have a higher boxer IQ than him. He just has the motor, the athleticism, and the stamina to just keep going. So that's why I gave him the 88. Trill. Boxing IQ, what do you give him?
Listen, there's no doubt in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter uses his head in there, but not like how I want him to. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I give him an 85. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I don't like the way he fights. I never have liked the way he fights. The fight I give him was a fight against Spence. He lost, but I thought that he fought a damn near perfect fight until he got dropped. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I give him an 85.
All right, that totals the IQ to 89. So, yeah. Shawn Porter with an overall of 92.
92. What did Thurman have?
90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way too generous on Shawn.
Trill, you seem like you don't agree, man.
I don't agree with his tailor. That's what I don't agree with. Shawn, why Kenny get all the best suits?
Kenny be looking
They get both the outfits. They get both the outfits sent to the hotel, and Kenny picks first. You know what I'm saying? Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, check out our podcast on all major streaming services. It's the Boxing Bros.
We in the feeling like we're gonna fight you.